Hello, everybody. How's it going today? This is Reagan Rothe of Black Rose Writing, and we are live. Hopefully, everybody can hear me. If anybody can't, go ahead and post in the chat now. But we've got a lot of cool things to talk about for Black Rose. And then, of course, if you have any specific questions, feel free to ask those as well. First off, I was going to talk about what we've got coming up in March. We've partnered with a company called AMS AdWorks and Michael Beverly, and AMS AdWorks is going to be doing some Amazon ads for us, which is really exciting. It's going to allow us hopefully to do some ads on a larger scale and also time-wise to be able to tackle a few more ads. And we've chosen 6 signature authors to be kind of the groundbreaking authors for the Amazon ads with AMS AdWorks. The focal point, and those 6 authors are the first criteria was that they had to have 3+ books published with Black Rose Writing, and then beyond that, they had to obviously have some awards and good selling books. And those 6 authors were Joe Seipel, Joe Barrett, John Hunt, Bill Percy, Val Conrad, and I'm missing one, but I will think of it in a in a short while. Mark Hewitt, Mark A. Hewitt. So AMS AdWorks is going to be doing some ads for those authors starting March 1st, and we'll follow that. And hopefully, if it's successful, we can expand and add some more authors with multiple titles to that list. We've got some kind of on our wait list. Also, want to cover a couple of cool new things with our MailChimp automation, and one of them is Facebook ads. We've got genre ads for all 12 of our genres that are on our website, which would be the way we've got our genres set up. So biography, memoir, historical adventure, horror. All of those genres now have a Facebook ad running, daily ad running, and those genres are offering, if readers subscribe to Black Rose Writing's Rosevine, it's going to give them the chance to get a free book by picking their favorite genre. So we've got some cool ones, but basically if you pick mystery and suspense as your favorite genre, you'll get a free digital copy of R.C. Hartson's Fatal Beauty, and that's book 1 in the series. And so that's kind of how all of them are set up, where you'll be able to get books that are either in a series or books with authors that have multiple titles, and that's going to allow hopefully future marketing. So it's a series where if you sign up for the Rosevine newsletter and you join Mystery and Suspense, you're going to get Fatal Beauty by R.C. Hartson, and hopefully you read that. You can read it in PDF, Mobi, or EPUB, and then as a reader, in 1 month, automatic email will be fired off to you that has, talks about leaving a review, where you can leave a review. Hope you read the book, and it also shows R.C. Hartson's other books with easy links. And then another month goes by, and you're fired off another email that shows some of our recommended mystery and suspense books. If you like this book, you'll like these. Some of Black Rose Writing's best. So those are really good. They're all 12 genres are firing off. I know Second Son by Pamela Taylor is our historical and adventure one. So readers will have a chance to get book 2, and now book 3 is coming out, so that'll be nice. And so that's kind of some of our Facebook advertising and the main focal point there. We've also launched we'll be starting in March a MailChimp Welcome Kit series, and then just a MailChimp series of emails that'll keep authors engaged, I think motivated and learning and all of those good things from an educational standpoint without being overwhelmed. I know authors, in the past, I know everyone knows that we've been getting a pre-release kit, um, and just want to make sure, is everyone's sound coming through good right now? Joe Barrett, anybody? I just wanted to get a check mark because I hadn't had any questions yet. I want to make sure that everyone's sound was coming through. But okay, good. And so the MailChimp Welcome Kit series. So you'll be fired off instead of getting your new authors once you get under contract. Instead of getting this overwhelming email that has all of these attachments and all these things to do, those are going to be broken out into months of emails that we've worked really hard on. It'll be, the first one will be just kind of welcoming you to Black Rose, the first things you need to do. And then second one, we'll talk about getting your manuscript ready, editing tips, and then social media, so on and so forth, getting early reviews. So we're super excited about that because one, it's going to be automated. So, once we send a contract out and add a new author to Black Rose Writing, new subscriber, those emails are going to be fired off. So that's going to be really cool. And, we'll be able to I think just relay really important content. And again, like I said, it'll if your book isn't releasing for 6-7 months, I mean, you're going to get, probably right now we're looking at 3 to 4 months of content leading up to that pre-order stage. And so that's going to give you a lot of different things to do, and where you're not just like, okay, I'm waiting, I'm finishing my book, or I'm just waiting for Black Rose. You'll be able to get these emails that'll kind of trigger some really good ideas, things that have worked for other authors and tips. So that's cool. The last thing I wanted to cover before I talk about my upcoming schedule for 2020 is I need all of our authors' help in pushing the Heard It Through the Rosevine podcast. You can push that at any time. Just do your best to share our posts or to post links on your social media, letting people know they need to when they're driving to work, or anytime they want to listen to some new material. Our podcast, I think it's good, and in terms of people who enjoy reading and are in the book industry, I think it's got and will continue to have, the interview section will continue to be very valuable and interesting content. If anyone joining us has any questions, please feel free to start firing those off in the live chat, as I have covered pretty much all of my agendas. I was going to talk on upcoming schedule while questions are being asked, if there are any. So we've got the AWP 2020. We've got our authors filled up for that. We've got a really great list of authors. I see Dina King in here. She'll be there. Val Conrad will be there. Carla Samet, Charlotte Matthews, and Sharon Middleton, Mariel Pritchett, and then Frank Hicks, and I might have missed somebody, Tom Blanton. But AWP will be in San Antonio, so in my backyard, which is nice. It's the Association of Writers, and I don't even know, Writers Program, Writers and Press. Steve's question is, what is AWP? It's one of the biggest conferences just for, I think, just for that association and literary enthusiasts. I've never been to one, but I've heard good things from authors who've been to them. They move around the country, and so I'm excited that that we get to have one right here close. Black Rose will have a booth. We'll have our authors signing, and there'll be a lot of competition. It's book. That's all it is books, and so we'll try to do our best to stand out and see if we can sell some of our books and see how it goes. That way we know whether it's worth it for the future. So that'll be coming up March 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th, I think. And then next on my schedule will be the Texas Frightmare Weekend, which will be in May, and that will have the first weekend of May, and that we will be featuring John Hunt and Dustin McKisson, and we got them a author panel at the Frightmare Weekend, so they'll be doing their own panel, and that'll be a really, really fun time. That horror convention is a place horror fans go there. They pay for passes to get in, and they're there to spend money. And buying horror books, we tend to do very well in the past years. So that's exciting. My next destination would be the Texas Book Festival in November in Austin. So we're still working on getting our booth finalized. That usually happens around April, and then we'll work on getting authors to be able to sign there. And then I will be, if anyone is a 20 books to 50K member or familiar with 20 books to 50K by Michael Anderle and Craig Martell, they have a big conference every year called 20 Books Vegas, and I will be there on November 11th and 12th with a special guest badge. I won't be speaking, but I'll be there hopefully networking and gaining some more valuable insight that I can pass on to our authors and use for marketing our books. I will not be at the Book Expo this year. It'll be the first year in a while, and I've got other obligations, but we'll try to be at the Book Expo again in 2021. So that covers all of my live topics. I'm open to questions to keep this extended. Anything is, if there's anything big or small you've been wanting to ask, you want more information on, now's the time to put some questions in the live chat. But again, super, I just can't even put it in words how excited we are about the MailChimp Welcome Kit series and the automation I think it's going to have for future authors. Jason Koivu asks, where's the podcast available to listen to? If you go to anchor.fm/BlackRoseWriting, that's going to take you to our direct page. But you can listen to the podcast. You should be able to search for the Heard It Through the Rosevine podcast on Breaker, Google Podcasts, Overcast, Pocket Casts, Radio Public, Spotify, and I think even iTunes. I think they get up there after a while. So you should be able to be able to find it just by searching for Heard It Through the Rosevine. And we've got 3 of them are authors, and one was Marika Flatt, which was a really good one. We've got some really good ones coming up, and then we'll be scheduling some more of our Black Rose Writing authors on some of the future podcasts. Val Conrad's up next week. She'll be doing the podcast right before we do AWP, so that'll be fun. Mary Ellen Bramwell wants to know how I found David King. That's a great question. So Dave and I met, for a little personal background, Dave and I met in a mall, the Golden Triangle Mall in Denton, Texas. Dave worked at an AT&T cell phone, where they sold cell phones, the old like Nokias and stuff that were flip screens and one little small screen. And I worked at a place doing marketing research. I can't even think I can't even think of the name of it. Dave and I were forced to stand right by each other in the mall and aggressively try to attack people and make them do surveys or buy cell phones. And that's how Dave and I met. We became really good friends. Went to school at North Texas for a while, then parted ways, stayed in touch. Dave worked for a very long time before I started Black Rose Writing. Dave worked as a game designer for like 3D models and graphic design for video games, a lot of games that probably some of our authors have played. The company Dave worked for didn't make it and had to shut down, and Dave needed a job, and we timing wise, a lot of things in life are timing. That was right when I wanted to expand, and I thought, man, if Dave can build 3D models, and he's a book reader, he's a lover of books. I thought Dave can do some awesome books and book covers, and it's worked out really well. So there's you some great background, and Marilyn Bramwell says that Dave is amazing, and yes, he is. He's got art just flowing through him. Next question is Kareem asks, should I let you know which contests I've entered and which reviewers I've requested review from? The contest awards and stuff are always nice to send those to pr@blackrosewriting.com just to give us some insight on that. Reviewers, not so much. I know a lot of people always worry, like, oh, I don't want to, I don't want to send it to the same reviewer or duplicate. And that's not really a bad thing. If it's coming off as spammy or just attacking a person or a reviewer, yeah, definitely. But if we're sending a personal pitch to a reviewer that we know and you already did the same, that's sometimes is just even better marketing. So there's usually no issues there. Steve is saying that you missed a MailChimp. The new welcome kit from MailChimp has not been released yet. It'll be something that should start being sent to new books under contract starting in March to the end of March is when that'll start triggering. Most of the info that's in it you've received, just more kind of condensed versus spread out. I think we're also going to be trying to, once we start launching the MailChimp, the Welcome Kit series emails, we're going to go back and pull some of those emails and just share them maybe in the Facebook group or send an email to authors that are already on your contract. That way, if we think the content might still apply or be valuable, you'll be able to get it. Next question. Yeah, so Dave is the first full-time member to join Black Rose Writing. Justin Weeks, the publishing operations executive, came on next, and Christopher Miller, after going through a pretty good list of PR staff that didn't work out for good or bad, is the fourth head of the kind of the full-time monster. And then we've got a lot of freelancers going right now that are doing very well, from acquisitions to line editing to design, and even some marketing. So that's where we're at right now in the employees and freelancers and staff wise. Okay, it looks like we're 18 minutes in. It could be a short session. I'm going to wait just a little longer to see if anyone has any more questions they'd like to get out. If not, I've covered everything that I wanted to share on live versus sending out multiple emails. Again, March, we're super excited. March is going to be, in terms of not just events coming up, but Amazon ads and marketing. We're hoping March is a really big month in terms of sales. So Kareem asks, if an author wins a contest and they get a good review, should they pass it on the PR? Yes, you should always pass that on the PR or to me, as we can add those reviews to your metadata and use those reviews for marketing purposes. There's no limit to, it's not like, oh, I've got 20 now, let's not send any more. Keep sending them. Some might be better than others. Some might even trigger, someone to convert on buying a book even more than others. Editorial reviews are great for arming your book's descriptions, and then the Amazon reviews are great for just really getting that conversion. When you start getting big numbers like Dollhouse, where Dollhouse has 500 plus reviews on Amazon, that puts it even in competition with the big boys and the best-selling authors. And so that's going to convert a lot more readers, just knowing that many people really love the book. Dina King asks, are you still writing, Reagan? And the answer is maybe a little bit. I've done some writing classes, taught some writing classes and things like that. And during those exercises, I'm writing with the class. So from that perspective, yes. From a actual, am I going to publish anything new? The answer is no. I've gone ahead and realized that I'm comfortable with being a better publisher than I was an author, and hopefully I can make live my author dream vicariously through Joe Seipel, no, through any of our authors that we're going to keep growing and selling lots of books for. Okay, I'm going to call it right there. It was a fast session, but another great live. You can obviously be able to catch this video again on our YouTube channel. I hope all of our authors have a great rest of their Friday and a great weekend. And I look forward to continuing marketing and promoting all of our books. Thank you.